Bro, atheists actually piss me off. Like, I feel like they have no logic to their arguments. Like, when you look at it, bro, you're telling me a man, a human being, came to Earth, had the perfect amount of sunlight, perfect amount of water, perfect amount of food, perfect amount of every single thing he needs to live properly. Right? And not just that, you know, if the Earth was a tiny bit closer to the sun, would have all burnt, melted, literally. Like, our planet is so perfectly put in place. You're going to tell me that was just like that? Like, no one made that? It happened without any intelligence? Yeah, no chance, bro. No way, bro. Like, come on, use your brain, bro. And the fact that the first ever human just somehow knew all his needs. He knew that he had to eat, he knew that he had to drink, he knew that he had to reproduce. Just knew everything somehow without anyone telling him.
Take a jar. Add water, soil, sand, a rock, maybe some air. Leave it alone. Given the right balance, life can start growing inside, all on its own. Little ecosystems. Thrive without any interference. That's how powerful life is when conditions are right. Now zoom out. It took billions of years for Earth to become habitable. People sometimes say, if Earth was 1 millimeter closer to the sun, we'd burn. That's an exaggeration. But the idea is true in spirit. We're in what's called the habitable zone, the Goldilocks zone. Not too hot, not too cold, just right for liquid water and eventually life. Considering there are billions of galaxies, each with billions of planets, it's not that shocking that at least some of them, maybe hundreds, maybe thousands, end up in the right conditions for life. Earth just happens to be one of them. Even animals know they need food to survive. How? It's instinct, the same way you feel hunger. Life evolved to recognize what keeps it alive. And humans? We didn't pop into existence fully formed. There was no first man. Our species slowly evolved over hundreds of thousands of years. And we're still evolving. Think about posture, brain capacity, or even lactose tolerance. 1,000 years from now, humans may look and function differently than we do today. Fire is a good example. It existed since the beginning of Earth. But it took our ancestors millions of years to learn to control it. Knowledge doesn't come pre-installed. It's discovered painfully slowly, step by step. Now about religion. Humans fear the unknown, especially death. What happens after? The most likely answer is simple but terrifying. Nothing. Not darkness, not emptiness. Literally the absence of anything. That's almost impossible for the human mind to picture. So to cope, we invented stories. Afterlives, gods, punishments, rewards. These beliefs give us comfort, meaning, and purpose, making us feel important in a universe where we might not be. That's why religions differ so much. Each group of people created their own version of the story. But here's the problem, all those religions contradict each other. Billions of people can't all be right about the exact same truth if their holy books disagree. And when people claim to speak to gods, most likely they were hallucinating, mental illness, or seeking power. Does that mean there's no God? Not necessarily. A God might exist, but if so, it's almost certainly not the one described in human religions, because all those systems, with their rules, sins, and contradictions, are clearly human-made. So here's the uncomfortable truth. We're not the center of the universe. We may never know how it all began. Our lives are not more significant than any other animals. And when we die, we probably just stop. That thought is scary, but also freeing. Because meaning doesn't have to come from a god or a book. Meaning is what we decide to make of it.